Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This video I want to tell you about a plan Cambodia has and how it all came about to perhaps make tourist visas fee-free. Sounds like a pretty good deal for people who want to come over here and visit. I'll tell you all about that here. And don't forget that I have books for sale. And if you want to read any of the books you see on your screen, of course there's a link in the description. And if you like the video, consider supporting us. I have links down below for PayPal and Ko-fi.com. You can go ahead and donate right through those links, which are also in the description. You'll get some good stuff in return. Alright, so before the pandemic, the #1 tourist country for Cambodia was, of course, China. China and Cambodia have always been very close diplomatically, and there were more Chinese tourists here than from any other country. But that has gone down significantly since the end of the pandemic. Now, as a matter of fact, most tourists or most foreign visitors to the country come from either Thailand and Vietnam. But Cambodia and Thailand have been talking. You know, the new PM here, the new Prime Minister in Cambodia and the Prime Minister of Thailand have been in talks, and they're coming up with this one visa, two country kind of plan, where if you have a visa for if you have a tourist visa for one country, you'll be allowed to go to the other country under the same visa. I mean, as it sits right now, if you have a tourist visa for Cambodia and you cross the border, let's say to go to Thailand for some reason, you have to get another tourist visa when you come back to Cambodia because it's only a single entry. But that could change once this deal takes place, and that's all, and that's good. This is a good plan. It'll help tourism on both sides, and it's all this inter-country cooperation that will help both countries just get more of them tourist dollars. Nothing wrong with that. But Thailand has had this deal going, and it's been very successful. That if you're from certain countries, and those countries include the US, Australia, the EU, the UK, and I believe Russia and South Korea as well. And if you have a passport from any of those countries, you're allowed up to a 30-day tourist visa in Thailand for free. Won't cost you anything, and that's been pretty good. The article I read said that 85% of the new tourists they've gotten since they initiated that plan has been very successful. People from those countries have been coming in at a steady stream, while Cambodia has boasted like 5.3 million tourists or something. Thailand has something like 13 or 14 million. So now Cambodia wants to do the same, and they're being encouraged to do the same as under that one visa, two country deal with Thailand. And I think it might happen pretty soon. And what that will mean is that if you want to come here to visit for up to 30 days, it won't cost you a thing. They're going to waive that $30 tourist visa fee, and you'll be able to visit the country without that additional cost. And that would also mean that you can use that same free visa, that free tourist visa, and also cross over into Thailand during your visit if you want, without having to pay an extra fee there. And when you come back into Cambodia, you won't have to pay another fee here to come back in. So just that one visa, no other paperwork, no other hassles, and like I said, no extra money. And I think that would be really good for the economy. I'm all for that. I think that's a good idea. Because Cambodia is really pushing their tourism sector hard to you know, try to get more tourists in. They already figured after the pandemic that it would take, you know, 4 to 5 years to get those numbers close to what they were before the pandemic. And that's why their tourism initiatives that they've been rolling out with actually pretty frequently have been so important to the country. You know, they're doing a lot more eco-tourism. They're promoting different aspects of Cambodia outside of the normal suspects. You know, Angkor Wat is still there and is still going to be the #1 place people want to go, especially if you've never seen it or been there before, and that's a good thing. Hello. But there's many other aspects about the country that just don't get the love, because it's overshadowed by that one big thing, you know. So the country's been pulling out all the stops, getting people to trying to get people to come back or come here for the first time. And in that same article, it also said that there are other countries in talks to join this initiative. So in the future, in the maybe not too distant future, you know, Vietnam could join that, Laos could join that, you know, all the surrounding Southeast Asian countries could join that initiative. And maybe eventually we'll have a, you know, one visa, either one visa with no money and you can visit any other country in the region for free, or perhaps pay one fee in one country but be able to use that to travel to other countries within the region with that visa without any additional paperwork or fees. So I think that's a good initiative. It has not been finalized yet, but it's been getting a lot of press and a lot of talk. People are speaking very positively about that concept. Now keep in mind, right now that's only in talks for tourist visas, up to 30 days. So if you come here on a 30-day tourist visa, and that one in the future might be fee-free. You might still have to pay the $30 if you want to extend that up to another month. This is for the initial visa, and that does not apply to the e-visa, the long-term stay visa. But nothing said about making that free. Hey, they can, you know, these countries figure, hey man, you want to come over here and stay, you can pay the $35 to get that initial first visa. But like with everything, wouldn't be surprised if they might consider that sometime in the future. There's no talks about it. I haven't heard a rumor. Nobody's mentioned that, but you know, you start out with something like the tourist visa, and you never know, it could expand. Could move on to other types of visas as well. You never know. And I do love how the new Prime Minister, Han Manet, I think it's Manet, but he's a younger guy than the former PM, you know, and I think he's been doing a good job. He's really been open to suggestions. He's pushing initiatives to make Cambodia more modern in terms of technology. He wants faster internet speeds here. He wants things to be digitized and easier for people to access than having to go to another province and fill out a bunch of forms to get things done. So yeah, he's seriously taking this under consideration, and I can see it happening pretty soon. Maybe by the end of the year. That's my guess. It's my personal opinion. But I think it's a good idea. Oh, and just to let you guys know, my first horror novel, called Pray for Salvation, I submitted an inquiry to a pretty well-known, reputable indie horror or indie publisher, and I went to their website. I filled out the little form, and I submitted everything they wanted, which was the first 10,000 words of the novel. They wanted a description of the novel, you know, a synopsis. Then they wanted a longer synopsis with spoilers, so that the team can read that first before continuing with the portion of the novel I sent. And then they ask a bunch of questions about it. You know, how many words is it? Is this your first novel? You know, etc., etc. Well, I did that a few weeks ago, and I almost forgot that I did it. But I was pleasantly surprised to wake up yesterday, and in my email they had I had an email from them saying they'd like to move forward, and they requested a full manuscript, and that's very exciting. That's still not a guarantee that they're going to go ahead and publish it, but it's a very positive sign, because on their website it states emphatically that they reject about 90% of all their inquiries they get, and when that happens they just send you a form rejection letter, because, you know, like they say, they're a small team. They can't give individual feedback on every single, you know, snippet of a novel they read. But this is the next step, and requesting a full manuscript. So I formatted it the way they wanted and sent it off, so now we shall see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because having a publisher really opens up a lot of doors. So here's hoping, you know. Alright, so be sure to check out all my links down below. Like I said, you can buy my books down there. You can help support the channel through PayPal or Ko-fi.com. Those links are down there. And check out all the other channels I have down there. Vlogging from this part of the world. They're all good channels. A lot of information on those channels. And you can find them all at the links below. Alright, from CM Reap, I will talk to you guys in the next one.